Hello, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Today onwards, we are going to start our online class. Do you enjoy your holidays? Yes, you all enjoy your holidays, yes? So, today onwards, you have to concentrate your studies. Let's start our social class. Social science, geography, Unit 1, Lithosphere 1, endogenetic process. Book page number 157. Take your book, open your book, page number 157. Have you taken your book? Have you opened? Okay. See there in introduction what is given. The Earth is a unique planet of the solar family. The Earth is composed of 4 spheres, namely the lithosphere, the atmosphere, the hydrosphere, and the biosphere. This lesson focuses on the internal process of the Earth. The sequence of lessons generally follows the spheres of the Earth system in a comprehensive manner. So it is given in the introduction. Now, we are going to see about the spheres of Earth. See there are 4 spheres are there: lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. Lithosphere, solid Earth. Solid areas are called lithosphere. And hydrosphere, all water found on under and over the surface of Earth. Water area called as hydrosphere. Atmosphere, the gases that surround the Earth. The gas area, which is called the atmosphere. And lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere all together called as biosphere, or life on Earth, where we live in the biosphere. Earth is one of the biosphere. Comparing to other planets, in Earth, water is there, air is there, land surface is there. So this is one of the special planet. Okay. So in the world overall, 8 planets are there. How many planets are there? 8 planets are there. What are they? Do you remember? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So these all are the planets are there. So Earth is the 3rd planet in the solar system. Earth is the 3rd planet in the solar system. Structure of the Earth. Structure of the Earth. The outer surface and inner core of the Earth are totally different in their nature and structure. The structure of the Earth's interior is divided into 3 layers, namely the crust, the mantle, and the core. Look at the picture. There are 3 layers. Yes or no? 3 அடுக்குகள். எர்த்தில் வந்து 3 அடுக்குகள் இருக்கு. அது ஒரு ஸ்பியர் ஷேப்பில் இருக்கும். எர்த்து எந்த ஷேப்பில் இருக்கும்? ஸ்பியர், ஒரு கோள வடிவத்தில் இருக்கும். அதில் வந்து என்ன செய்தாங்க, ஒரு பார்ட்டை வந்து ரிமூவ் பண்ணிவிட்டு உள்ளே எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு காமிச்சிருக்காங்க. ஸோ த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இஃப் யூ see there, த crust, மேலோடு, நம்மளாம் இருக்கோம், நம்மளாம் வாழ்கிற இடம் crust. Then inside, mantle is there, that is the second layer. Okay, then inner, what is there? Core is there. In core also there are 2 types, inner core and outer core. So there are 3 layers are there in the Earth. What are they? The crust, the mantle, and the core. So when you see the picture, you can clearly understand about the crust, mantle and the core. Where are they? Okay. Before seeing crust, take your book, page number 158. They are given about the spheres, lithosphere. Lithosphere means already I have told you solid outer part of the earth. And the atmosphere is a thin layer of gases that surrounds the earth. The hydrosphere is the watery part of the earth's surface including oceans, rivers, lakes and water vapor. The biosphere is the layer of earth where life exists. Where do we live? We live in the earth. The earth is one of the biosphere because solid part is there, land surface is there, and atmosphere, air, gases surround us, and water area is there. So our earth is one of the biosphere. Now we are going to see the structures of the earth. The first one, outer layer, which is called outer layer, crust, is the outer layer of the earth where we live. It is the skin of our earth, which ranges between 5 to 30 km. It is the solid and rigid layer of the earth. The thickness of the crust is greater below the continents than the ocean floor. So, the crust is our skin of the earth. That is the skin. தோல் மாதிரி இருக்கும், எர்த்தோட தோல் மாதிரி இருக்கிறது தான் என்னது, crust. The ranges, அதோட thickness 5 to 30 km. It is the solid and rigid, கடுமையாக இருக்கும், of the layer. The thickness of the crust is greater below the continents than the ocean floor. Then the crust is classified as two. One is continental crust and oceanic crust. What are the types of crust? Continental crust and oceanic crust. Continental means kandangal, the land area. Oceanic means the water area. The major elements of crust, sial and sima. Sial means silica and aluminium. Si for silica and Al for aluminium. And sima, Si for silica and Ma for magnesium. So there are major elements of crust, sial and silica. One more time, sial, silica and aluminium, sima, silica and magnesium are there in the elements. Okay, these two are the major elements of crust. So take your book, page number 158. The crust is there. You see the continental crust and oceanic crust. Upper mantle is there. Down over that, what is there? Crust is there. That is the மேலோடு. Yes or no? Then mantle, nadu pagudi. Mantle means nadu pagudi. The interior part beneath the crust is called mantle. So the beneath means கீழே. crustக்கு கீழே இருக்கிறது தான் என்னது, mantle, which is about 2900 kilometer thickness. So more area. In the upper part of the mantle, the rock remains solid, whereas in the lower part of the mantle, rocks are in molten form. This molten rock inside the earth is called magma. Molten means உருகிய நிலையில் இருக்கும். So the crust is the solid area. Yes or no? So the mantle is the molten area. The rocks remain solid, whereas in the lower part of the mantle, rocks are in molten form. Upper part of the mantle, there are two parts in the mantle, upper part and the lower part. Upper part will be very solid and the lower part will be molten. உருகிய நிலையில் இருக்கும். This molten rock inside the earth is called magma. அந்த உருகிய நிலையில் இருக்கிற அந்த பாறைகளுக்கு பேர் தான் magma. Okay, so mantle, there are two parts are there. Okay, upper mantle and lower mantle. upper mantle will be very solid, but the lower mantle will be very molten, உருகிய நிலையில் இருக்கும். Okay, that is called magma. Before seeing core, in mantle there are two elements like silica and magnesium, sima. Okay, silica and magnesium, which is called sima. Okay, in the crust we have seen sial and sima. In mantle we have seen sima. Okay, then core, that is the innermost and hottest layer of the earth, that will be very deepest place in the earth. Okay, so the core is the innermost and hottest layer of the earth which lies below the mantle. So below the mantle what is there? Core is there. So crust, மேலோடு, then what is the solid area, then mantle. There are two types of mantle, solid area and the molten area, உருகிய நிலையில் உள்ள பாறை. Then innermost and hottest layer is core. Okay, and in core composed mainly elements are there, nickel and iron. It is called knife. Okay, the core is divided into solid inner core and liquid outer core. Okay, solid inner core and liquid outer core. So there are two parts are there in the core, inner core and outer core, which is called inner core, the solid area called inner core and the liquid area called outer core. So we have seen about the structure of the earth. There are three parts are there in the earth: crust, mantle and core. Crust is the outer layer and mantle is the middle, the interior part, and the core is the innermost and hottest layer. Okay, so in crust there are two elements, sima and sial. Sial means silica and aluminium, sima means silica and magnesium. In mantle there is a element which is called sima, that means silica and magnesium. Okay, and there are two types of mantle, the outer, the lower part of the mantle which is molten, and the upper part of the mantle which is solid. And the core, there are two core, solid inner core and liquid outer core. This is responsible for the functioning of the magnetic compass due to high pressure, and material in the inner core are unable to move and hence remain solid. Okay, then we are going to see about rocks. Rock means what? பாறைகள். In our area also, if you see that the rocks will be very different. All the rocks will not be the same. Every rocks will be different. Yes or no? The rock, the crust is a storehouse of rocks. In the crust area, the melode, yes or no? All the most of the area, if you see the rocks will be there. Yes, and in our school area also, if you see the most of the area rocks will be there. Okay, an aggregate of minerals on the earth's crust is called rock. It may be hard and compact like granite, or soft as clay, or loose as sand. சில இடங்கள்ல எப்படி இருக்கும்? கிரானைட்டா இருக்கும். சில இடங்கள்ல களிமண் மாதிரி இருக்கும், clay. சில இடங்கள்ல மணல் மாதிரி இருக்கும். Yes or no? You know that our land area, some area will be very rocky, some area will be very sandy, and some area will be very clayey or loamy. Okay, so this is the types. Okay, it may be hard like granite, soft like clay, and loose as sand. Okay, the deepest, in book page number 159, the deepest place ever reached by human technology vary from time to time. Till 2011, Kola super hole in Murmansk, Russia was the deepest place. So the deepest place is there in Russia, which is called Kola super hole. But in 2012, Z44 Shavyoville broke the record and is supposed to be 15 times the height of Burj Khalifa in Dubai. That is the highest building. The Burj Khalifa, it is there in Dubai. Yes or no? That is the highest, very highest building. Yes or no? So they have recovered The Z44 Chavio that is the 15 times the height of Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa விட 15 மடங்கு அதிகமாக இருக்கு. The exploration of Earth's interior continues. Okay. Then the types of rocks. Based on formation, the rocks are classified as 3 types. Okay. That is igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rock. Igneous means பற்ற வைக்கப்பட்ட பாறைகள். Igneous rocks means பற்ற வைக்கப்பட்ட பாறைகள். Sedimentary rocks means வண்டல் பாறைகள். Metamorphic means உருமாற்ற பாறைகள். So 3 types of rocks are there. Let us see the igneous rocks. You see there? Many colors will be there. Okay, igneous rocks will be in many colors, like you see the red in color, black in color, sandal color, white mixed, brown color, like that many types of igneous rocks are there. In our area also it will be there. Okay, so the word igneous, the igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, meaning fire. What is the meaning of ignis? Fire. The interior of the earth contains very hot molten material called magma. Already we have seen. Yes or no? When the magma reaches the earth's surface, it is referred to as lava. So in the mantle what is there? Magma is there. உருகிய நிலையில் உள்ள பாறைகள். அது எப்போ வெளியில் வருதோ அது என்னதான் மாறுது? லாவாவாக மாறுது. மேக்மா வந்து உருகிய நிலையிலிருந்து எப்போ வெளியில் வருதோ, எர்த்துக்கு வெளியில் வருதோ அது என்னதான் மாறுது? லாவாவாக மாறும். Okay. The lava on the surface cools down and gets solidified as rocks called igneous rocks. Granite and basalt are examples of such rocks. Igneous rocks are also called as primary or mother rocks. So the igneous rocks are also called as primary rocks or mother rocks because all other rocks are directly or indirectly formed from them. Okay, so the igneous rocks, the word derived from Latin word ignis, meaning fire. Okay, so when the earth contains very hot molten material which is called magma, when it is comes out from the earth, that is called lava. Okay, so the igneous rocks also called as primary or mother rocks. Okay, then we are going to see about them. This is the igneous rocks. Okay, then sedimentary rocks. These sedimentary rocks are named after the Latin word sediment, meaning settle. The sediment means settle, store ஆயிருக்கிறது, deposit ஆயிருக்கிறது. Rivers, glaciers and winds carry bits of rocks and soil and deposit them in layers. After a few million years, these deposits harden into compact rocks and are called sedimentary rocks. ரிவர்ஸ்னால் ஆறுகள்லேருந்து பனிப்பாறைகள்லேருந்து காற்றுகள்லாம் ஒரு சின்ன சின்ன பீஸ் ஆஃப் ராக்ஸை வந்து என்ன பாறைகளை வந்து கொண்டு வரும். அதெல்லாம் ஒரு இடத்துல ஸ்டோர் ஆகி பல வருடங்களுக்கு, பல மில்லியன் வருஷங்களுக்கு அப்புறம் அது அப்படியே ஒரு இடத்துல அப்படியே ஸ்டோர் ஆகி அது என்னதாயிரும்? அப்படியே ராக்ஸ் ஆயிரும். தட் இஸ் அது லேயராக இருக்கும். அதோட பேர் தான் என்னது? செடிமெண்ட்ரி ராக்ஸ். ஓகே, இந்த பிக்சர் இஸ் கிவன். யூ see that? That is the sedimentary rocks. You see that? நிறைய இடத்துல இந்த ஒரு சின்ன கண்ணாடி துண்டு மாதிரி இருக்கும். இப்படி பாறை பார்த்துருக்கியா நீ? ஹேவ் யூ சீன் திஸ் டைப் ஆஃப் ராக்? எஸ், இட் வில் பி தர். அதனால் நீ ஹியர் ஆஃப்டர் வென் யூ see the rock, you have to find which is sedimentary rock, which is igneous rock. Okay, igneous rock and metamorphic rocks. Okay, you have to find this type of rocks is called sedimentary rocks. Okay, the bodies of plants and animals that fall on the deposit get embedded in the layers and form fossils. Sandstone, limestone, chalk, gypsum, coal and conglomerate are examples of sedimentary rocks. Okay, so have you understood about the sedimentary rocks? Yes, very good. Then we are going to see about metamorphic rocks. The term metamorphic is derived from the word metamorphosis, which means change of form. மாறுதல் குறியது. Okay, so metamorphic rocks, this also the word derived from metamorphosis. The meaning of metamorphosis is change of form. Metamorphosis means what? Change of ஃபார்ம், அதோட ஃபார்மில் இருந்து சேஞ்ச் ஆகும். Okay, when igneous or sedimentary rocks are subjected to extreme heat and pressure, they undergo a complete change in their form and character. Example, in course of time, granite may get transformed to gneiss, basalt to schist, limestone to marble, and sandstone to quartzite. ஸோ ஒரு நிலையிலிருந்து இன்னொரு நிலைக்கு மாறுது. ஒரு வகையான பாறைகள் இன்னொரு வகையான பாறையாக மாறுறத மெட்டமார்பிக் ராக்ஸ். செடிமெண்ட்ரி ராக்ஸோ இக்னியஸ் ராக்ஸோ உடைகிறதுனாலையோ இல்லைனா வின்ஸு எது மூலமாகவோ அவங்க கொடுக்குற ப்ரெஷர்னால் அதை என்ன செய்கிறாங்க, சேஞ்ச் பண்ணுதாங்க. மெட்டமார்பிக் ராக்ஸை என்ன செய்கிறாங்க, சேஞ்ச் பண்ணுதாங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ தட் இஸ் மெட்டமார்பிக் ராக்ஸ். ஓகே, சேஞ்ச் ஆஃப் ஃபார்ம். This is, you see the லேயராக இருக்குது. இந்த கிரானைட் ஷாப்லலாம் நீ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இதே போல் ஒரு நிறைய என்ன செஞ்சுருவோம், ஒரு ஒயிட் கலர், ஒயிட் வித் மிக்சடு பிளாக் இன் கலரில் நிறைய அப்படியே ட்ரையாங்கிள் ஷேப்பில், ரெக்டாங்கிள் ஷேப்லலாம் என்ன செஞ்சுருப்பாங்க, ரெக்டாங்கிள் ஷேப்பு, ஸ்கொயர் ஷேப்லலாம் வச்சுருப்பாங்க. திஸ் டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் ராக். ஓகே, திஸ் மேடு பை த ஃப்ரம் த igneous and sedimentary rocks. Okay, layer, all the types of layers are there, blacky and white and black and white, light white, dark white, like that layers are there. Okay, this is. Then rock cycle. The rock cycle is a continuous process through which igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks are transformed from one form to another form. So see the picture, the first igneous rock is there. Okay, before that the rock, it forms from the lava. மேக்மா என்னதான் ஆகுது, லாவா ஆகுது, லாவா இக்னியஸ் ராக் ஆகுது, அதுக்கப்புறம் பீஸ் ஆஃப் ஸ்டோன் ஆகுது, அதுக்கப்புறம் செடிமெண்ட்ரி ராக் ஆகுது, அதுக்கப்புறம் மெட்டமார்பிக் ராக்கை என்ன செய்கிறோம், அதை வந்து டிசைன் பண்ணுறோம். ஓகே, ஸோ ஃப்ரம் த மேக்மா லாவா, ஃப்ரம் த லாவா igneous rocks, then stones, then sedimentary rocks, then metamorphic rock. This is called the rock cycle. So what is rock cycle? The rock cycle is a continuous process through which igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks are transformed from one form to another form. Got it? So this is called rock cycle. In the book also the picture is given, page number 160. You see there? The orange color, magma from molten crust and mantle. From that magma, then they produce lava. Okay, then igneous rocks, the metamorphic rock melting, then again they become as magma, then crystallization of magma, igneous rock show uplift to the surface, weathering and erosion, transport and deposition, sedimentation, sedimentary rock, burial, high temperatures and pressure, then again they are changing to metamorphic rocks. Okay, like that it is changing. That is called rock cycle. So in this lesson we have seen about the spheres of the earth. What are the spheres are there in the earth? Lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. Okay, then we have seen about the structure of the earth. There are 3 layers are there in the earth, namely the crust, mantle and the core. The crust is the outer layer of the earth and the mantle is the interior part of the earth and the core is the innermost and hottest layer of the earth. Okay, in crust there are 2 elements, Sial and Sima, and in mantle there are 1 element, Sima, and in core also knife, which is composed by nickel and iron. Okay, so in mantle also there are 2 types, upper part and the lower part. Upper part which is called, which has the solid area, and the lower part the mantle which has the, so what is that, the liquid, the molten magma is there. Okay, then core there are 2 types, solid inner core and the liquid outer core. And in rocks also we have seen about the 3 types of rocks, igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and Metamorphic rocks. Book page number 159. The ancient city of Petra in Jordan is an example of an entire city carved out of rocks. There are many specimens of magnificent rock cut architecture in India, like the Ajanta and Ellora caves in Maharashtra, the Aihole and Badami temples in Karnataka, the Konark temple in Odisha, and Mamallapuram in Tamil Nadu. So many types, many temples are there. In there, if you see there, many rocks will be there which is painted. நிறைய பெயிண்ட் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க அந்த ராக்ஸ்லேயே நிறையா ஸ்டாச்சு பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. இஸ் ஆர் நோ? ஸோ தட் இஸ் திஸ் இஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் த ஆர்கிடெக்சர். ஓகே, தென் the deepest place we have seen, it was there in Russia, but after that they made in 12 they have founded very deepest place which is called Z44 Chavio well, which is the 15 times the height of Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Okay, these all there. So did you understand the lesson? Very good. Now take your classwork note, all of you. Take your classwork note. Answer in brief. Write a brief note on the various spheres of the earth. Write fast, your handwriting should be very neat. You have the note. Yes or no? First, I have to say how to divide the note. Okay, the note will be there. You have to divide the note into two first. Okay, for one classwork and one for homework. Okay, then take the classwork part and divide the part into four. For one history, then geography, civics and economics. Got it? So in history there will be more lessons, so you have to give extra pages for history, and then geography, then civics and economics. According to the lessons you have to divide the pages. Okay, then in the classwork area, first leave it and take geography area and write the classwork. Got it? First you divide the note into two. Fast, just you fold. After the class you can fold nicely. Okay, just you fold simply now. Have you divided? Divide the classwork into four. Take the second part for geography. Write the lesson number, lesson name, date, everything should be there. Okay, otherwise your note will not be corrected. And you have to use only ink pen. For underlining you have to use only pencil. You should not use black pen or any other color pen. You have no rights to use. Okay, you have to use only ink pen. You should not use refill pen also. Ink pen and pencil. Your handwriting should be very neat. Write neatly, write clearly, without mistake. You have to write fast. History classwork should be separate, geography classwork should be separate, and civics should be separate, and economy should be separate. But the homework you can write continuous. Okay, from the first page onwards you can write continuously. Every day you can follow the next area. Okay, the homework you have to send every day. The next day your homework will not be corrected. Have you written the classwork fast? Write fast. Write a brief note on the various spheres of the earth. The lithosphere is the solid outer part of the earth. The atmosphere is a thin layer of gases and surrounds the earth. The hydrosphere is the watery part of the Earth's surface, including oceans, rivers, lakes, and water vapor. The biosphere is the layer of Earth where life exists. You can write from the book also, page number 158. The first column you see there up on the picture. In the box, the answer is given. You can mark and write later, okay? But your handwriting should be very neat. So write neatly. And the second question is, mention the layers of the interior of the earth. Mention the layers of the interior of the earth. Page number 157. The structure of the earth's interior is divided into three layers, namely the crust, the mantle, and the core. It is there on the picture. It is given. You can mark and write later. Write. If you have time, you can write. But your handwriting should be very neat. Be careful. And your homework is, draw the structure of the earth. Draw the structure of the earth. Book page number 158. You see the picture is given. The structure of the earth, layers. Upper mantle, lower mantle, outer core, inner core, crust, everything is there. In there already we have studied in the previous class about the spheres, about the layers, troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere, the space. These all are there in the space. Okay, so you have to draw very neatly and clearly. That is your homework. And the next one of the homework is study and write the short answers 1 and 2. Two questions already have written in the classwork. You have to study and write in the homework note. This is your homework. Finish your homework. We will see the next class tomorrow.